Justajolt here. Last video, I unboxed this and saw Hasbro eyeing up the pizza and a bunch of zombies with the weirdest hands you've ever seen. We know that zombie viruses, generally speaking, make zombies want to go around and eat people. Or just their brains or whatever. But according to this zombie strike line artwork, Hasbro would have us believe that as an effect of this virus we've all been missing. These zombies are different. Not only do these zombies want to eat these people's brains, but it also makes the zombies want to turn themselves into Swiss Army knives. Swiss Army zombies! Featuring every tool a Swiss Army zombie could need. The screwdriver finger. The golf club arm. I don't even like golf. Shovel pinky. Stop sign arm. Like, why? Those humans won't get very far because I'll tell them to stop. Fork tool and vegetable peeler. The bottle opener. Seriously, I'm kind of wondering what's going on here. Let's see if this helps. The zombies are getting stronger. If stronger means sticking bits of metal in your hand, but I think there might be something else going on here. If you look at this guy's elbow, there's kind of a robotic hinge and a piece of wire. And there's the same going on here. So maybe they're not even zombies. They're robots. Terminators. Or whatever Hasbro need to call them for copyright reasons. But I digress. Rev Reaper has a top-loading clip. Loads in the top. Last video, I discovered something even top-loadier about this blaster. I literally just dropped a dart in the top there, and it fired. This has all of a sudden become very, very interesting to me. I'm actually a little bit surprised at how many of those... Look at that, it's the second time today that's happened. This is just a lucky blaster. Slightly impressed at how many of these simply fired out of the Rev Reaper after having just been chucked in the top. It would seem that this is in some ways genuinely top-loadable. And they'll even fire out backwards. Look, watch this. I'm going to push this dart in. It's going in backwards there. And out it comes. Now, I would love for this to be genuinely top-loadable. One of the big appeals to me of a top-loadable blaster is being able to just take darts, plop them in, and then fire them off. That's an interesting thing there, actually, the way the darts like to fall forwards, because I can see that blocking these other darts. This dart has fallen to the side and is preventing this dart from being pushed in. Look, you can see how it's fallen that way, which means that it's kind of not going to get pushed by the pusher. What I would like to do is improve its reliability. Now, I've literally just cut a piece of paper that's roughly the same length as the magwell. And this piece of paper should serve to guide darts towards where they're going to need to enter the flywheels. So if we just open this up, so you can see, so the piece of paper's just there, and I said piece of paper, it's actually a piece of card, it's a bit stiffer than a piece of paper. Just chucked in a bunch of darts to see how this goes. Well, a few of those darts fired out, but it's not very consistent. I'm just going to open up and have a little look why. I can't see a reason why, so... In principle, that kind of worked. There's still a dart there that's... There's still a dart there that took a little bit more encouragement to get out, but in principle... That was a massive improvement on just chucking the darts in. I've also noticed something else that's quite interesting. When you drop darts in, they tend to kind of tip forward, just because their centre of mass is a little bit further forward in the dart. The effect this can have, darts can get kind of caught like that. You see there's like a bit of a lip there, a bit where the flywheel cage joins the rest of the blaster shell. And when that happens, stay open. Obviously, that's not going to fire out, and that can even get trapped all the way back there, and there's no chance of that dart getting out now. And I think it would even impede other darts and make other darts kind of come and join it. See, that first Accustrike dart has guided the blue waffle tip dart, so it's also kind of slanting downwards. And I've already established that the paper kind of helps with that a little bit. Card. And I've tried cutting another piece of card now. And the idea of those two lips is just to see if it won't kind of guide the darts down to where they need to be. I should start a new series, Justajolt's high-tech blaster mods. Yeah, see how that goes. Right, so I've just lined up a bunch of darts and we're going to see how it fires now. Oh, there we go. This dart here isn't caught on the lip at the bottom, it's caught just on that lip there, and that will not now fire out. I actually already left a flap there on this piece of card, so we'll see if that won't help to guide the dart to where it needs to be. hasn't got to be particularly sturdy. It's just got to kind of help the dart not come up against there. Well, I have to say, that's kind of cool. It's also oddly satisfying to see the darts gradually kind of go down the clip. Is this a clip now? A paper clip? See what I did there? Okay, so I know it's card, but paper clip just kind of works. For the sake of good old-fashioned experimentation, I've put a bunch more darts on just to see how it goes. Okay, so there's the obvious problem of darts falling out of here, and that wasn't really what I was testing anyway. I just wanted to see how that would work, and that was actually pretty cool. If we have a look in here and see what the problem is, it's that same issue of the darts falling forwards. And it was actually only the last couple of darts that did that. I'm going to try that once more. Down there, see what the problem is. And what we've got here is another situation where for some reason this dart here has become compressed against the side, and it looks like it's no longer the tip that's high-tech blaster mods at this channel, guys, snagging on this piece of shell here. It's actually the foam. Let's just keep on going for a bit. And now the dart's been completely moved to one side, and it looks like there's actually two darts now vying for space inside the flywheels. Now, I've got no idea how well this is going to show up, but I've added one more thing to the paperclip. You know that join between the flywheel cage and the rest of the blaster shell? Well, I've added a little piece of paper, card, sorry, that allows the dart to glide over the top of that ridge. So, let's see how they fire. The only thing I can think of to improve this is some way of making sure the darts don't fall off the back while you're firing it. And I think I know just what to do. Don't anyone try and tell me this isn't a classy channel. But to be honest, the main issue with the paperclip is that eventually this bit of the end here starts catching in the pusher and it gets chewed up. So I think next time I do this, I might have to think about using some better materials. It's time for some Q&A. Garguncle, dear Jolt, do you ever travel outside of Great Britain to attend Nerf events? I would love to, but my main priority has to be Mrs. Jolt and the Joltlets. Or to put that another way, I would never survive unless Mrs. Jolt came too. The Isle of Wight count? YouTube, hey Jolt, how far away is Grim Up Nerf from London? It's about 3 hours-ish drive. It's in Leeds, so it's Googleable. That's a cool word, Googleable. How many cookies did you eat before recording? Ask Mrs. Jolt, I probably stole them from her. C&J Productions, is it just me or does he sound like Grade A under A? I think everyone thinks that. Beckwith, I think we all, including Mr. T-Rex, want to see your chili collection. But give it a couple more videos and done. CBTV, does Tactical Tang like your hot sauces as they're tangy? Oh, Tactical Tang loves my hot sauces. AKA Gainsey, when are you going to get down to FFS? I'd love to get down, but especially while the Jolts are small, my main attention has to be up here. I don't know if you saw the what's in the stock from last video, but apparently the Killer Hat has seen an upgrade since then. I love it, Hailfire York. Findus Stuff, what's your top 5 favourite magazines? I absolutely love my double jungle sort of 35s drums for the Raven. But apart from that, I would say, so a big fan of any clear mags, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. Internal mag on the Artemis, internal mag on the Kronos. And finally, those 3 magazines with the recipes you get from the supermarket. Brave of anime. Hey Mr. Jolt, what do you think of the Nerf Mega Twin Shock and the Micro Shots? I quite like the Nerf Mega Twin Shock, and the Micro Shots are really funky. Shiver Shock, dear sir, how's the snow? The snow was so much fun, I absolutely loved it. Shadow SCA2B, is it possible another blaster might one day become a target? That would take some doing. Villiath, what's your best dad joke? I often laugh about the fact I am a dad, does that count? Axiran Studios, when will you upload again? Now! Otakavarik source video, please. Lots of support for this. Friesh Skywalker, weren't you saying last summer you wanted to downscale your Nerf arsenal? I keep on saying that. Never happens, though! I think it's fair to say, though, that the composition of my collection's changed a little bit. Talk about that a bit more in another video. Magic Keck, have you been in Germany before? And if so, how did you like it? I absolutely loved it. I lived there for 2 years. Mostly in Berlin, partly in Weimar. I lived in Lankwitz, Neukölln, Marzahn, List, and I really miss it. Finn Spooner, when's your next video? Intermoos, are you excited for the Infamous? I think I've just beaten the Infamous. Maverick Archer, what would make a good sidearm if your primary is the Nerf rival Phantom Corhelius? I would say it depends on the type of Nerf war. It probably makes sense to have a different kind of blaster as your sidearm to your primary. So for example, if your primary is a rival blaster, then consider some kind of a regular Nerf Elite firing blaster as your secondary. In which case, one of the Hammer Prime Zombie Strike or Rebel blasters. such as the Super Stripes. I love the Super Stripes. Blue Spring Trap 9, JKJ. Here's a burning question. Why do I never appear in the Q&A? I probably just did. Counterintuitive. Yep. I've actually been trying to go back over like the last videos over the last few months to make sure to try and answer like all the questions I've ever got in Q&A. I just haven't got round to it though. I'm so rubbish. Kazlee, what is your favourite Rebel Blaster? I would say the Super Stripes or Angel Fire. Q&A, will you eventually buy the new Battle Scout? Trust me, it's a lot better and cheaper. Yeah, I can stick it on the wall with that one. Anton Yukovic, please do the source review. Tom Gregory, do you know if missiles are at Foam Dart, Thunder and Grew Up Nerf? Don't actually have any missiles at the moment that I can think of. That's interesting. Might have to chat to Old Man Nerf about that. Mr. Biomonkey, do you like the secret shot or that burst thing, old school secret shot? Yeah, I think it's kind of funky. What's in the stock? What is that?
Drain blaster.
A drain blaster. And how many times do you normally pump it?
About 5. I don't want to get it too many because it might hurt little kids. If, for example, everybody's round in one area, I can just launch it up, all over there, I can go like that, get them all from above.
And the spread of that is absolutely unreal. That's incredible. That's brilliant.